Hi guys, it's been a while since I filmed a video. I've been mostly writing blogs and just writing about my time in Vienna. So just a quick recap for those of you who are not following my newsletter. Obviously, we have to acknowledge the Ukrainian flag. I moved to Vienna over a month ago now to start my music career more officially. Just to give you a sneak peek, I have a mic now for recording. And my roommate lent me his earphones, but I'm gonna get my own next week. As you may know, when you move to a new country or you start a new routine, it's hard to kind of keep up with your habits and with your goals. So I've been doing my best. Hasn't been ideal, but I just keep persevering, I keep trying new things, and yeah, just going from there. So let me just remind you what goals I had last time so that you kind of know what's going on. So if you haven't watched the video from last time, I recommend you watch it. The link is down below. But just a little quick recap. There were 7 symbols to happiness, and I tried to make my habits and goals coincide with those symbols. So the first symbol is the mind. The author basically claims that if your mind is healthy, then everything else will work out as well. So what I tried to do is opposition thinking, which is anytime something bad is happening, I try to kind of see the positive side of it. And also something I've been working on is actually accepting my negative feelings. So especially moving to a new country, not really having any friends, family, nothing, and just, sitting with those emotions and accepting that it's a part of life and not something to be escaped from. So the second symbol is purpose. So I had a dream journal where I was kind of writing things that I wanted to happen, and to be honest, so much of it has actually come true, which is a bit scary, like to the detail. But now I kind of changed that, and now I'm working on a vision board so you can see what it says. I just added a few pictures of traveling and music and things like that. We're gonna work on that a bit more, but it's a start, and I look at it every morning and it inspires me. The third symbol is Kaisen, which is the symbol for improvement. And basically the habits that I kind of tried to incorporate were early awakening, so waking up before 9. In January it was great, February was okay, and in March, with the jet lag, I started a new job and I'm working nights, so it's not great. Then there's meditation. January I did it every other day, February not really, and March also every other day, but I realized that my meditation, I'm just motivating myself. I'm like, okay, I need to meditate, but I don't actually take the steps to do that. So what I'm gonna try to do is follow an app. So there's this one app that I really like called Waking Up. I'm also linking a 30-day free trial to the app in case you're interested to check it out. I've been following Sam Harris for quite some time now, 3 or 4 years. I read his book during COVID and I've been listening to his podcast, so highly recommend it. And in his app, there's a lot of guided meditations and just a lot of kind of enlightenment podcasts and a bit of spiritual things as well. Another thing for this improvement symbol is physical activity. I've been pretty good with it. I haven't not been going to the gym. I went for a few runs, but the main thing I'm doing is I got a bike. So I bike to work once the weather gets a bit nicer, because it's literally so gloomy. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Once weather's a bit nicer, I'm gonna go for bike rides. I live really close to the water, and Vienna's a very bike-friendly city, so that's the plan. Nourishment. Okay, so it started really well. I was eating a lot of fruits and veggies. However, in the past month, not really, because my roommates don't really have that in their diet. But on the other hand, one of my roommates really likes to cook. So actually he is cooking for everybody and we just pitch in for groceries. And that's been really nice because I completely don't go to the grocery store anymore. What I'll do is I'll just go to the grocery store and buy just fruits and snacks, healthy snacks. And then the main meals he'll provide, which is great. Another habit from the improvement symbol is abundant knowledge. So reading. I actually got a Kindle, so that's been really great because I like to read before bed. but I'm not reading enough. Like, I maybe read every other day, but I really want to make it a daily thing, and I don't read a lot. Like, I'll read like 5 or 10 minutes. I think it's because I'm leaving it to the end of the day, and I think it'd be much better if it's something I do in the daylight, which again, when the weather's nice, one of my favorite things to do is go in a park with the sun shining with my book for hours and just either read or write or whatever, just be outside. But it gets a bit claustrophobic if you're always home, so we just gotta wait for the good weather. The next habit is personal reflection, which is like journaling, but also they recommend looking back on your day and seeing what can be improved for the next day. And I really like that in theory, but I already feel like I'm so hard on myself, so I feel like every day I'm making the best decision I can make. It's a lot of pressure to think about what you can improve every single day, so I'm more just trying to focus on the positive things that I am doing and to continue doing them. Music, oof, I've been great with music. So I've been writing songs. I have a song on Spotify, link is below. I joined a choir. I'm looking into gigs right now, so like bars and hotels, going to open jam sessions. I'm still uploading stuff on YouTube here, and I'm also gonna be collaborating with my roommate who literally studied music production and orchestra, so that's a great thing. And a little bit of a teaser, my new song, I Met the Moon, is gonna be out on Spotify and all streaming platforms on May 5th. Being patient, that's something that I really struggled with at the beginning, because I was like, oh my god, I want everything to happen all at once and I want everything to be perfect, but like literally every good thing takes time, and especially friendships and close connections, so I really don't want to rush those. Honesty, so I've been really setting boundaries and telling people exactly how I feel, which has been really refreshing. And courage, so I literally moved to Vienna and I'm like going out of my way to meet people. So the 4th and 5th symbol is discipline and time. I kind of combine them, and instead of like planning my days super strictly, what I started to do is actually just have like a running list of things I want to do, obviously if there's no specific deadline, and then I just wake up and I literally just do one thing at a time. So I'm not thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this in the morning, this in the evening, this then. No, I wake up, okay, first thing is take a shower. Okay, that's it. Maybe in the shower you can think a bit, but really take one thing at a time. Then after the shower, okay, what do I want to do? Oh, I'm hungry. Okay, I'm gonna eat. Then after I eat, I can actually act in according to my intuition and to my gut, instead of like feeling forced, like, oh, now I have to do this. Like, no, what do I want to do? Oh, I want to record a song, or oh, I want to learn some German. Like, I've been feeling so much more motivated when I've been doing my days like that. Also, it mostly takes away this kind of feeling in between tasks where I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired, I need a break, and I just like go on my phone and scroll. So because everything is gradual and one thing at a time, it doesn't really feel like I need a break, because when I need a break, I'm like, okay, now it's break time, instead of between every task. If you're someone who overthinks or feels really overwhelmed, I highly recommend this method, where you just write down the things you should do in a week and then keep them in the back of your mind, and every day that you wake up, just one thing at a time. I think you're gonna get a lot more done than you think. Okay, so some extra habits that I've been working on is non-perfectionism. So that was actually my main habit for January. Every month I have like one main habit that I focus on. But yeah, it wasn't super good in January, and then every other month I got really, really good, to the point where I almost never stress or worry about getting things done perfectly or getting things done a certain way. I'm just so much more relaxed. I think it's more like trusting the process, this system that I'm doing, where one thing at a time, and just, yeah, really trying to not overthink things and let things flow. So that's been really great. Not having my phone in the morning and at night has been a goal for over 2 years now. Still haven't perfected it, but I'm it's there. I do it when I can. It's really easy to go on my phone in the morning when I don't have something to look forward to. Like if it's shitty weather, or if I had a really long shift the night before, so I'm like really tired and I wake up late. And basically if I'm unmotivated, it's really easy to fall into bad habits, I've noticed. So yeah, I'm trying to like have something to look forward to every day, but you know, can't always. So, and then at night, I do go on my phone sometimes, but you know, it comes in waves, and I'm just gonna keep trying. And in terms of my weekly habits, I've been keeping in touch with friends and family, working on my website, and I've been dating myself a lot more, so it's quite easy in a new city when you don't know anyone just to like go to museums, go to cafes. I have my favorite cafe around the corner. It's a French cafe, really nice, where I do my work. And let me just finish this episode with some quotes that I wrote at the start of every month. I have a quote that kind of guides the month. So in January it was, "Fear is just a negative stream of consciousness," by Robin Sharma. So I actually mentioned this in my previous vlog. It's from the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, and I truly believe in that. Like, everything in the world is quite objective. It's just how you look at it, right? So if you're scared of something, like, okay, this is a really good example. I started tutoring, and I'm really scared about teaching. I don't know why. I think it's like the lack of control, right? Because you can't control how people are going to react, how the kids are going to be. So it stresses me out. And leading up to like my first gig, I kind of just like, every time I would think about it and stress, I would completely change the narrative in my head. And I was like, no, I'm actually excited. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great to meet the kids. It's gonna be great to try these lesson plans, like anything. And basically the day that I had my first lesson, I was so peaceful, and that reflected in my teaching. So I did super well. The kids respected me. They had a lot of fun. And if I was stressed and nervous about it, they would have felt that energy and reacted the same way. So every time I go into these sessions, I just remind myself that, you know, I'm grateful that I have this opportunity, and it's gonna be lots of fun. I know what I'm doing, and I just have to trust myself. So that's been a really good quote that's helped me. In February, it was, "You can see when you're wrong, but you can't always see when you're right." So that's from the song Vienna by Billy Joel. So this was when I was already like waiting for my visa, things were happening, and yeah, I was like ready to go to Vienna. And I feel like in life you often see, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or oh, I should have done this, but in the moment you don't actually know which steps are leading you in the right direction. It's much easier to focus on the bad things, but it's important to focus on the good things too. For March, it was a very like kind of powerful month where I was trying to really uplift myself and try new things. So the quote was, "The answer is always no until you ask." So if you don't ask to go sing in a bar, obviously you're not going to sing in the bar, but you can always try and ask. And yeah, I've been really asking a lot of things. Even at work, I've been like speaking up a bit more from the start, like with the days I want to work and the conditions of work and things like that. Like, to be fair, the conditions of work in Austria are amazing. Even compared to Canada, I feel like as a waitress, I'm really respected and have a proper wage. I don't have to rely on tips. So that's the update for the last 3 months, the last quarter of the year. I'm looking forward to the next quarter, you know, going into spring, warm weather, maybe a bit more motivation, maybe making more friends. That could also help me. Feel free to comment which habits you've tried, which ones you're struggling with, which ones you can even recommend me based on what I'm struggling with. So anything you want to share. And don't forget to check out all the links below for any further information. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day.